I've always been a fan of the dark side. The idea of the Imperial perspective is you never really understand who they are as people, right? Or how the organization works. How can we distill that and how can we make a story around that?
The story of Battlefront II is absolutely an essential story.
What happened after Return of the Jedi? What happened to the galaxy? What happened to the Empire without an emperor?
What it might feel like to be in this galaxy as it starts to break apart.
What's really exciting about this story is that we're going to see it from the point of view of a character like Iden. So we're going to see it from this Imperial point of view.
Inferno Squad is a Black Ops team that most people don't even know exist.
We weren't expecting special forces.
We happen to be on Endor when the second Death Star explodes.
Iden is presented with an extreme challenge, the destruction of the Death Star 2 and the death of the Emperor.
What sort of choices would somebody in that situation have to make about who they are and what the galaxy was going to become?
And it's interesting, does that mean, now that the Empire's fallen, that they're the underdogs?
Iden is a tried and true and through Imperial. She's somebody who grew up on a planet called Vardos.
She was very quickly put into a military camp for children.
She has spent her whole life building up to this moment to be commander of Inferno Squad.
Moff Raiders informed the Admiral that Operation Cinder could proceed as planned.
Hask is the most zealous of them all, I would say. He's the most interested and invested in how far the Empire is willing to go.
He was an orphan, so he needed something to latch onto. Empire is peace and justice and order.
Even when people are faltering around him, he pushes forward and says, no, the Empire is the way.
I'm picking up distress calls, too many to count.
Del has seen more of the galaxy than most people in the Empire. He actually grew up on Coruscant during the time of the Jedi.
He brings a lot of humor.
Him and Iden have a bit of a banter, have a bit of a laugh.
Family is a really important element in Star Wars, and one of the things that we wanted to make sure we captured is the dynamic between Garrick Versio and his daughter Iden Versio.
This is the catalyst for Iden, where she learns the future of the Empire and she's elevated to a point by her father.
Your next assignments, they are unusual.
She's my daughter. She's all I have. I do need for her to understand why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Everything in Star Wars is connected, and part of our job is to make sure that the games we're making do connect back into that larger universe.
But we're now able to use this game in Battlefront II as a resource to take this information into future development projects.
Hope cannot save them!
I think all those gamers out there are gonna just love it.
This is the culmination of all the things that are good in the world. Video games, Star Wars, and a team of people that are willing to take the time to do the work.
We have to take risks, we have to be bold, we have to push everyone's boundaries and leave a good footprint behind.
PlayStation.
I've waited 30 years for this. I still remember my last orders. The day the real war began.
The rebellion cannot be allowed to persist.
We weren't expecting special forces.
That's the point, Sergeant.
Impossible.
Commander,
We avenge our emperor.
Resistance. Rebellion. You will burn these ideas away.
Hope cannot save them!
Thank you.